7:10. The second waited 7 more. My hand moved toward the other side before I knew what it was for. The sheet was cool beneath my palm. The pillow held no shade. I stared until the radiator clicked the whole room awake. My body reached before my mind and found the morning empty. I filled the kettle halfway full, then reached for one more cup. The cupboard door stood open wide. I shut it without looking up. The empty side of morning still knows the weight of you. My head remembers where you are before my eyes can do. I burned the second piece of toast because I made it out of habit. I placed 2 spoons beside the plate, then took one back into the cabinet. The hallway television spoke to strangers through the wall. I wore the shirt I slept inside and watched the daylight crawl. One breakfast cooled beside my hand, one chair faced the window. I knew the hour you would wake, the way you cleared your throat. I heard the memory in the pipes, then buttoned up my coat. The empty side of morning still turns beneath my hand. The day begins without your voice before I understand. I nearly set the second plate before the cupboard closed. I stood there with the toast gone black and smoke beneath my nose. Then opened up the window wide and let the cold air through. The room released the burnt out smell. The daylight entered too. Then finds another way. The empty side of morning grows pale beneath the sun. I set one plate beside the glass and eat until it's done. The second alarm rings, I let it ring once, then stop it. 12:40, you leave your desk and cross the street for something warm. At 1:15, you call your mother if the office day is calm. At 6:10, you miss the first train. At 6:18, you make the next. You stand beside the closing doors and read the same unfinished text. I know the spaces in your day, though none of them are mine. The clock moves through the hours. I learn by lying near. Your whole day still arrives in mine, though you are nowhere here. I still know your hours, the train you always take, the minute when you leave your desk, the coffee before 8. At 7:30, you unlock the door we used to share. You leave your shoes beneath the shelf and loosen up your hair. At 9, you turn the kitchen light. At 10, the hallway shuts. At 11:15, you walk and check each window twice. The knowledge comes without a sound and leaves me where I stand. I never asked to memorize the shape of every day. The hours enter through the years and have not learned to fade. I still know your hours, the lamp you leave till late. But knowing where your evening goes cannot tell me where to wait. At 6:18, a train went past, the same 8 minutes late. I saw the night you missed the train return across the glass. For half a breath, I searched the cars for one familiar coat. Then all the faces crossed the frame, and none of them were yours. I still know your hours, the morning and the night. The clock can carry every fact, but cannot make it right. I still know your hours, the trains that make you late. At 6:18, I close the blind and leave you with the date. Your hours still arrive, mine keep moving on. Mine keep moving on. Mine keep moving on. The clock reaches 7. I do not count the minutes after. box arrived at 4:30. Your writing crossed the label straight. The tape was folded at the edge, the way you always packed a case. My charger rested by the books, the gloves I lost the year before, the little screwdriver I kept behind the kitchen door. You packed each piece too carefully, as though care changed the ending. The cardboard smelled like dust and rain, the hallway soap and wood. I cut the final strip of tape as slowly as I could. The box you sent held pieces of my past, each one returned without a word and taped away. Beneath the coat I found your shirt, the faded blue one from the drive. You must have packed it in the dark or left it there for me to find. I held it once against my face, then hated that I knew the scent. I placed it on the chair till dawn and did not call by accident. The wrong shirt lay outside the box until the blinds turned gray. I could have kept one piece of you and called the error fate. Instead I found another box and wrote your name across the lid. The box you sent returned what still was mine. I folded up the shirt you wore and sealed it with new twine. Your note said, found these by the bed, 5 words across the page. I read them once, then once again, and felt a sudden rage. How could the end look clean as this, with every corner square? I crushed the paper in my hand, then slowly smoothed it The box you sent held everything in place. My books, my gloves, your faded shirt, and 5 words on a page. The box I send will reach your door by 10. I place the shirt beside your note, then take the note again. At 9 I open the box, put the note inside, and seal it. The red circle waited all week long, around the 22nd day. A table booked at 7:30, a note that only said your name. The restaurant sent one reminder at noon beneath a line of blue. Your reservation waits tonight for 1 for 2. two for me and you. I held my finger on the screen, but did not cancel yet. The hours moved across the square. The ink refused to fade. A future written months ago had reached the present day. The date stayed on my calendar long after we were gone. A red line round an empty night that still kept moving on. At 7 I put on the dress. I wore the year we missed the train. I stood beneath the hallway light, then took the earrings off again. At 7:30 candles burned for strangers at the table. I heated soup inside the room and watched the clock turn 8. The dress lay folded on the chair. The day kept moving through. At 9 I crossed the red line once, then stopped before the end. The mark looked smaller under ink than everything it meant. The date stayed on my calendar until the night turned gray. I crossed the circle through the middle, but could not cross the day. At 11:59 I watched the final minute climb. The date we thought would always be had nearly passed me by. The clock moved once beyond the line. The square became the past. I closed the calendar at 12 and breathed when midnight returned to us, and neither one did I. The day passed through, and so did I. I closed the calendar. The 23rd waits underneath. I called you at 2:17, and you still answered me. The fever climbed beyond the sheet. The room kept turning toward the wall. I found your number without looking and pressed the green before the thought. You answered on the second ring. Your voice was rough with interrupted sleep. You said my name, I closed my eyes and heard my breathing settle deep. You asked me if I needed you. I whispered yes tonight. The word was out before I knew the door I had reopened. You said I'm coming, stay awake. I heard the latch inside me at 2:17. I let your voice come through. The fever blurred the room around, and every road led you. You reached the room at 3:04 with medicine and bottled water. You took the chair beside the bed and folded up your coat. I woke once with your hand nearby, not touching, only there. For several hours the room became the life we used to share. At dawn your head was on the chair, my hand was near your sleeve. You opened up your eyes at 6 and asked if you should stay. I wanted one more hour of us and heard myself say, wait. At 2:17, I brought you through the door. By morning every careful step was scattered on the floor. You made the tea, I took the pills. You opened up the blind. For one whole morning we behaved as though we still had time. Then you reached to rinse the cup and placed it by the sink. I saw how easily one weeknight could teach us not to I called you back to me. At 7:12 I watched you leave and kept our old flat key. At 2:17 I answered fear with you. By morning I could see the cost of making old doors new. I called you once, I won't make fear my home. The medicine stays, your chair is warm. I move it back against the wall. rain began at 10:30 and struck the window hard. The power flickered twice above the shadow of the yard. I typed you always hated storms, then watched the sentence wait before I chose to send the words. Your message reached me first. Do you still count between the flash and thunder in the dark? I laughed before I meant to laugh, then wrote I always do. The storm moved closer through the glass. The old night opened too. We both wrote in the rain, the same thought at the same time. Two separate rooms beneath the storm, one message on the line. You sent a photograph of light across the kitchen floor. I knew the window, knew the chair, and every mark beside the door. I sent the rain against my glass. You wrote, I wish you were here. I stared until the sentence blurred, then answered, so do I. The words stayed bright between our rooms long after thunder passed. At 2 you asked if we should meet. At 3 I wrote I might. The rain ran softer down the pane and weakened what felt right. We both wrote in the rain until the storm grew mild. You wrote we could begin again. I stared at it a while. At 4 the clouds moved past the roof. The street became a mirror. I read the whole exchange again, and every line drew nearer. I pressed my thumb against I might and changed it into no. The storm had made the distance small. The dawn restored the We both wrote in the rain, and let the old words rise. The storm made one night feel like home, then daylight cleared our eyes. We both wrote in the rain until the clock struck 5. I closed the thread. The clouds moved east and watched the street revive. The storm said maybe. The clear sky said no. The clear sky said no. The rain stops I close the thread. The final message remains unread. Chose the cafe by the tracks. I reached the table first. The final key lay in my coat, wrapped tight inside my purse. You came 11 minutes late, with rain along your sleeve. You blamed the train beneath your breath. I said, you always say that to me. The sentence landed harder than the one I meant to speak. You set your hands beside the cup and looked across at me. I placed the paper on the wood, but did not slide the key. The last key on the table, still open one old door. You looked at it, I looked at you, and heard the lock once more. You said you wanted all of this. I said, that doesn't make it free. You said I left you with the rooms. I said, you left before me. The people near us lowered eyes. A spoon fell by the bar. For one hard minute, all the grace we practiced came apart. You closed your hand around the paper, then opened it again. You said I didn't mean it that way. I said, but that is what you said. The train moved underneath the floor. The key remained between us. The last key on the table had nothing left to prove. The door it knew was still the same. The people had to move. Struck against the sugar bowl, then settled on its side. You asked me if I kept a copy. I looked you in the eye, then shook my head and watched your hand close over our last night. The last key left the table. take the key. I'm choosing what comes after. The paper square lifts once, then falls. Then falls. We should have left the cafe then. The key was gone, the bill was paid. Instead we walked beneath the bridge and talked until the light had changed. You told me work had eased at last. Your mother's health was growing strong. I told you I had found a room, learned to sleep before the dawn. The talk grew easy after midnight. The danger felt like home. You smiled the way you used to smile before we learned to hide. I felt the years between us fold when you walked by my side. We could have started again. The night had made it easy. Your shoulder brushed against my coat, and every warning left me. We found the diner near the park. The chairs were upside down. The woman cleaning let us stay until she turned the sign around. You reached to move my hair aside, then stopped before my skin. I closed the final inch myself and let your fingers in. For one full minute I believed the past could change its shape. You said come home and sleep tonight. I heard the oldest door. I nearly answered with the life we could not carry anymore. We could have started again. Your hand was warm on mine. The streets were empty, dawn was near, and love had borrowed time. You kissed me once beneath the awning. The rain had almost dried. I held your coat with both my hands and did not step aside. And through the warmth your sentence came. You wanted all of this. I heard the blame beneath the words return inside the kiss. A delivery truck turned the corner. The ordinary street awoke. The morning did not make me leave. It showed me what you spoke. I touched your face, you closed your eyes. I let the moment stay. Then lowered both my hands in less than 5 saw coming again. could have started again, but I could not return to that room. The diner sign turns from closed to open. We walk in opposite directions. You said my name. I turned toward the light. The diner lights came on behind. The street was pale with rain. You stood beneath the awning where we almost tried again. Your mouth still held the kiss we gave. My hand still knew your coat. You said my name across the curb. I felt it reach my throat. I stopped before the crossing line, but did not turn around. The signal changed, the cars moved through. The morning opened wide. You said my name a second time. I stepped beyond the light. I turned away first, with love still in my chest. I crossed before the light went red and chose the road ahead. The shop fronts raised their metal doors. A cyclist crossed between. The city carried bread and boxes through the waking street. I heard your footsteps start behind, then stop beside the curb. You gave me what I asked that night and stayed without a word. The distance grew one block at a time. The ache stayed where it was. I wanted you to follow one side. Wanted you to know that wanting was not reason enough to turn and let it frosting stayed inside. I turned away first, before the fear could sway. I did not turn against our love, I turned toward my own way. I turned away first, with love still there. I turned away first, with love still there. At the station stairs, I release the rail and keep moving. I chose the room above the shop because the window faced the east. The walls were marked, the floorboards leaned. The rent was barely in my reach. I bought the yellow curtains first, a second-hand oak desk. I moved the chair 3 times before the window made it feel its best. No voice asked why I changed the room. I changed it once again. The hammer slipped and struck my thumb. The shelf leaned to the right. I left alone against the wall and worked until the night. The room I chose has yellow morning walls. The chair is mine, the window's wide. The sunlight reaches all. I placed the desk beside the glass, the bed against the farther side. I hung the print you never liked, then changed its height 5 times. The first night rain began at 2 and tapped along the pane. I left the phone beside the bed and moved the lamp again. The light fell warmer by the bed. The telephone stayed dark. The room was quiet without fear. The walls did not accuse. For once the silence did not mean someone had withdrawn from view. The room I chose holds every crooked frame. The lamp now glows beside the bed. The lease carries my name. At dawn I opened both the curtains. The street rose into sound. A van rolled past, the shutters lifted, the shop gate rattled down. I made the bed the way I liked, then left one corner loose. The room did not become a home, it waited for my use. The silence feels less strange. This room answers only to me. The shelf leans slightly, I leave it that way. On Thursday night I took the train with my old guitar in its case. The teacher wrote my name again and left the empty chair in place. My fingers missed the opening chord, the second landed thin. I laughed before apologizing, then played the phrase again. The wrong chord filled the little room. I did not apologize. I thought of every Thursday night I said I could not make. The train was late, the work was long, the easiest plans to break. The things I put off were waiting in their place. A rusted string, an empty chair, a friend who knew my face. On Friday I sent in the form I saved for half a year. On Saturday I called the friend whose messages disappeared. She answered with, "You took your time," then asked me where I'd been. I said, "I'm learning to arrive before the daylight thins." She did not ask me to explain. She gave me Sunday noon. seconds could barely start. No lightning crossed the ceiling then, just timing in my hands. The things I put off had waited through the years, in unsigned forms and quiet strings, and names I feared to hear. The things I put off have started moving on. I take the train on Thursday night and play until the dawn. The whole song rings. I don't say sorry. The final chord is not perfect. I leave it in the room until it fades. It happened on a Tuesday night, no fever, storm, or anniversary. I opened up the folder once because the room felt ordinary. The grocery aisle, the rented car, the winter coats beside the steps. One photograph was out of focus. Your hand was reaching toward my neck. The image held a second more than either one remembered. My finger waited over delete. The word turned pale and red. I closed the folder, crossed the room, then opened it again. I kept the photographs and moved them from the wall. The date stayed sharp, the colors dimmed. They could not tell it all. I found the picture from the snow. You said it fell before the train. I thought it started after lunch. The date said nothing either way. One showed the yellow kitchen chair before the fabric door. One showed your mother by the window, laughing through the open door. The pictures kept their silent proof. The memories kept changing. At 10 I slipped one photograph inside my canvas bag. I put my coat on without thought and left the hallway black. I kept the photographs. One traveled by my knee. The bus crossed 3 familiar stops toward what I meant to leave. The driver called the station name. I knew the turn ahead. The pharmacy would come in for. The building after that had every light I could have stood and pulled the cord to leave. Instead I watched the old route grow more certain underneath. There was no fever in my blood, no thunder at the glass. Just one plain Tuesday carrying me back toward remembered the life that passed. Beneath the yellow light, I kept one photograph and nearly went home. The bus turns at the next light. I do not pull the cord. The photograph stays in my bag. I know the way back. I'm still moving on. The bus turned early through the rain and placed me by the corner shop. I knew the windows, knew the light, the crossing where we used to stop. The building rose beyond the trees. The third floor window glowed. A bicycle leaned beside the gate. The hallway faced the road. My feet remembered every step before I chose the next. The entrance opened down the street. A stranger carried boxes through. For one brief second, every room came back in sharpest view. Beside the pharmacy where I once waited in the rain. The window held the morning up toward the light, the entrance opened wide for her, then closed beneath the rain. I watched another ordinary life begin behind the pane. The photograph was in my bag, I left it where it lay. The crossing changed, the traffic moved, I stepped into the day. Traffic carried by, I passed our street and carried what was true. The love, the hurt, the years we shared, the life I built with you. I passed our street, the signal turned to green. I knew the doorway at my back and chose back. I cross into my own life. The light changes, I cross before it changes again.